What's up, guys? Cody. Doing a little work on the M35A2 Deuce&Half today. I got a water temperature gauge. It's acting up, acting funny. Basically, every time I cut the ignition on, it pegs out. Other times, it'll work, kinda. You know, it starts out reading low temperature, and you get a mile down the road, and then it just pegs out again. I know you can go on the Army TOs and do some troubleshooting and diagnosis, but I was looking through the parts that came with the truck, and the guy actually had a water temperature sending unit in the parts box. So I'm just gonna go ahead and change this out first. He already had one in the parts box, so it probably means he knew what was up, what was wrong with the water temperature gauge. But anyways, I've been cruising the internet trying to figure out where the actual location of this is, and I couldn't find anything. So figured I'd do this quick video, help you guys out. If y'all ever need to replace this on y'all's Deuce, make it a little easier on you. That way you ain't crawling around searching, trying to find this under this massive hood and bird's nest of all kinds of parts under these hoods. But anyways, this is a transmitter, temperature. Temperature sending unit, whatever you want to call it. Part number is MS24537-1. So I looked it up. It does correspond with this model truck, so I believe it to be what I'm looking for to fix my problem here. But anyways, I'm gonna turn this camera around and we'll dive in here and see if we can't find the location of this. Let me open it up real quick in front of you guys so y'all can see a brand new unit. You can definitely tell this is mil spec packaging. A little more discolored than I figured a brand new unit would be, but who knows how long this has been on the shelf. It is OEM military, new old stock. Get a little close up of that for you guys. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you. Come on. And it does read MS24537-1. So we'll get this, figure out where this thing goes and start doing the repair. So I'm on the passenger side of the engine. Air box is right here. If you go up here and look, you got your thermostat housing right there, and then right there on the side of the block looks like this plug. So that looks pretty close to me. I gotta assume that's it. I'm gonna cross-reference these part numbers on here and see. It's hard to see with my camera, but both parts read 09527. I believe we got a match. So let me go grab some tools. We'll unplug that and screw this new girl in. See if they don't fix our problem. Alright, so I went ahead and broke this fitting loose. So I'm gonna unhook the wire real quick. Alright. This is just finger tight, so I'll unscrew that and pull it out of here. But that's definitely what I was looking for. It doesn't really appear to be bad. You know, I don't know what's inside these little things and how they work. I'm sure it's all based on expansion and kind of like a thermostat in your house or thermostat, you know, on your hot rod. This is just a bigger version. So anyways, got it all pulled out. It wasn't really in there that tight. It looks like it may have been replaced recently, honestly. That Teflon looks pretty new and good. So I'm gonna hang on to this little guy. We might be able to reuse him, or if this doesn't fix the problem, I might just stick him back in there and you know, keep troubleshooting and keep that new one on hand in the parts pile. But anyways, let me turn this camera around and focus it on the new one. I'm gonna wrap it up in Teflon and we'll install her. I'm gonna show y'all a little quick tip. Always do this. Put your little bit of thread tape on there and you'll save yourself a world of headache the next time you go to uninstall this. I am a machinist by trade. I work on the H60 Seahawk currently. Sometimes the F-18s. Started out on F-15s in the Navy. In the Air Force. Now I work for the Navy. But I get called to remove broken fittings like this all the time, broken bolts. If people would just put a little anti-seize or a little Teflon tape on their threads, you would avert so many crises of breaking stuff off. It takes 30 seconds, but will save you hours in the long run if you end up having to replace this, which I'm sure somebody in the future is going to have to replace this, and they're going to be thankful I put this on there, because this should back right out once it's installed and after all the heat cycles of the motor and everything. With this stuff, a lot of people think this tape is for actually sealing the fitting in there. This tape is not. This is there to act like a grease, an anti-seize, for ease of in and out. I'm sure it does have a little bit of sealing capabilities or attributes, but the main purpose of this is like a lubricant. But anyways, this baby's ready to go back in there. So let me flip that camera around again, show you all the install, and I guess we'll crank her up and see if we fix the problem. If not, I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and maybe it's get the multimeter out and check the wire. Maybe it's an open line, broken wire, or maybe it's just the gauge itself. But hopefully this will fix it. So let's install this real quick and see. So I always hand thread my bolts at first. I see some of these young guns on the H60 line and F-18 line. They will just put a bolt in the impact and go. Just run it down in there until she starts popping off like a machine gun. And then the head pops off. And then I get called. But anyways, if you can, try to always start your bolts by hand. That way you know what's going in right. I don't have deep well sockets. I gotta get that. Maybe that's a Christmas gift from the wife. So I'm gonna use this crescent wrench, get this down in here. But preferably like to use a socket just because it's faster. And I don't, you know, crescent wrenches have a tendency to round bolts off because it's not an exact fit. But we'll see. Let me get this wire out of the way so I don't mess it up. Anyways, guys, oh, see, there we go. That's why I don't like crescent wrenches. Jessica, if you're watching this, order me a set of deep well sockets for Christmas. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna be working on this Deuce, restoring it. We're gonna take it to a lot of car shows around the local area. I want to make sure it's in tip-top mechanical order. That way it don't leave us on the side of the road, because I can't imagine the tow bill for this beast. But anyways, I'm gonna be posting more videos like this. Hopefully it helps some of you guys out. And I'm not opposed to y'all leaving in the comments y'all's tips and tricks and knowledge. I'm sure some of you guys worked on these in the Army, Navy, Air Force. So please leave me any info y'all got. I love to learn. I've always told people once you stop learning, you're worthless. So you can always teach an old dog new tricks, and there's always room to learn. So anyways, that's pretty tight in there. I don't want to crank it down any tighter just yet. We'll crank it up, see if it leaks. If it does, we'll keep on cranking, but that's pretty snug. So let me plug it back in. Now, I do like these connectors. These are the military, I guess they'd make them waterproof connectors is what I'm assuming, but it's pretty nice. Feels like she's on there. I like to figure out what this wire goes to. It looks like it's a little cracked. Some places might replace that. And anyways, she's installed. So I'm gonna go crank her up, see if she leaks. All right, let's crank her up. I cut her on, let that fuel pump in the tank, pump that diesel fuel up to the injectors, let it prime up nice before I do anything else. I like to do it for about 20-30 seconds. Probably not necessary that long. Maybe it is, I don't know. But I know on any other diesel motor, you always let it prime the injection pump and get them glow plugs warm. I'm assuming that's how that works on this too. I'm not super familiar with these multi-fuel motors, but let's see, zoom in on this gauge. So we're reading at 0. Let's crank her up and see what happens. Replacing the temperature sending unit seems to have fixed my problem. I am glad to have that fixed. But anyways, guys, let me hop down from here. I hope this video helped you guys out. Spun her around here. Helped it get up to operating temperature. Did a little drive around the yard real quick. And The thermostat seems to be opening. Top to cooling off. She seems to be doing good. I'm happy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be doing more videos like this, trying to help you guys out as I learn along the way. But it's a fun process. I really enjoy it. So, anyways, guys, thanks for checking it out. I'll catch you on the next video.